So, we're in the flesh, but we're not going to be ruled by the flesh.
It's Romans 6th chapter.
Yeah, we're going to get that.
Yeah, right.
So that's right, the chapter back. All right?
Yeah.
So you got to just pray and watch your actions, because you're going to make mistakes. All right? Overall, when you decide to come in to the faith, don't leave, because then you're going to be judged according to the law. Don't do that. You don't want to be judged according to the law.
No man putting forth his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
Because when you come in, you have a commitment and obligation and a duty to fulfill.
Right. Yeah. So we're keeping the Day of Atonement. Right. The Day of Atonement. That's something. Again, if you don't understand the Day of Atonement, then you shouldn't be partaking in any of these holy days. Right? If you don't understand, you don't have the understanding. All right? We have the understanding. We're rooted and grounded, so we're able to take forward from day one. We did it. We will fuel. We're moving forward by faith.
That's crazy. They get
all right. We didn't join the camps because it was popular. Because it really wasn't popular. We believe. That's why we joined the camps. All right. And from that day, we continued because of faith. All right, and then we started to learn things about the law after. But initially, we were brought into the camp by faith, all right, not by the law. All right. You got grace. Yeah. Why don't you go to the? Have you familiar with this definition?
No, this.
All right. Get this definition. Get Titus. I need to go to the point.
Yep.
All right. Where it's stuff like I need accuracy.
All right.
So let me read this one more time. You find that. All right. Pay attention. Everybody should grace, Titus. All right, it don't matter where it's at. Just read the definition of grace, Titus. All right.
They got the same Greek word though, right? Yes. It's just.
But until this day, when Moses is read, the veil is upon their heart. So this is why people believe you don't got to keep none of the laws, because the veil is upon their heart. They don't understand. All right. We can give you that understanding. It's very, very simple. But the thing is, if the Lord does not open your mind to understand, you ain't going to get it.
You don't want like other ones. You want this one.
If the Lord does not, we can read till we're blue in the face. If you don't comprehend, if you don't remember what we told you, even if you forget something, as soon as you hear it, it'll click immediately.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't have great memories, right? It'll click. It'll just click. All right. I got the adapter in the bag. Okay. It'll click. So, oh yeah, you forgot it, but like the scripture says that though you once knew this, all right. So if you forget something, with the Lord, well, He'll keep it in your subconscious, and then when you hear it again, you automatically fire. Everything is the synapses of fire, and it'll come. Your understanding will come back. All right. So Greece.
Yep. So for grace, you're going to get again charis, which is the word in the Greek, right. Which definition is 2a, which it says of the merciful kindness by which the Most High Yahweh Shemi exerting His holy influence upon souls, turns them to Hamashiach, keeps, strengthens, and increases them in the Christian faith, knowledge.
Israelite faith, anointed faith.
Yep.
That's what grace is. So at first, you're not going to understand the laws. But as you increase in knowledge, it's increasing sorrow also, you're going to increase on how to keep certain of these laws. Like the Day of Atonement that we're in right now. All right, like the Sabbath days. You're going to make mistakes, all right? But we're going to increase in knowledge on how to serve Yahweh Shai. All right? Go ahead and then read the general stuff on top.
Yep. It says, I'm going to read it again from the top. It says, of the merciful kindness by which the Most High, exerting His holy influence upon souls, turns them to Hamashiach, keeps, strengthens, increases them in the anointed faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to exercise of the anointed virtues.
That's how you know if He give us more grace. He give us that in James. He give us more grace.
Yep.
He acknowledges the humble, but He resists the proud.
Yeah, that's the same verse.
That's how you know if you got grace or not. Not if you just keep the laws. All right. You basically increase. You get stronger. Yep. All right. You don't get weaker. You don't start throwing away things that you learned in the past and all that. And then read the general stuff.
Okay.
Grace.
Yep. So you got for grace, you got the spiritual condition of one governed by the power of the divine grace.
Well, that's another great one. All right. Great one. You powered by divine grace.
You got the for benefits, service favors.
Benefit, yeah, because the elect didn't perform any act to be chosen to receive that grace.
Yeah.
The Lord gave that by gift.
Yep.
Like you always go into Ephesians 2 about grace and being a gift, right? Yeah. Yeah. So it's not by works, lest any man should boast. The Lord gave individuals whom he chose from the beginning grace, favor, without having done anything. So as soon as he gives them that grace, that favor, he gives you that work to do. Keep strengthens them in the knowledge. It's not just you just sealed. You sealed with a certain amount of work because he gave you that knowledge, and through that knowledge, if you're a prophet anyway, through that knowledge, you're going to proclaim that knowledge. Like it says that what I tell you in secret, we're building the housetop.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because those apostles received grace, and they got that knowledge that they increased in their knowledge, and they went out and proclaimed the knowledge that they had. So who received the knowledge and put it under a bushel, roughly paraphrasing, the light? Yeah. And that's what certain people try to do. They try to put the knowledge they got and they put it under a bushel as an excuse not to do the work. But if you had the light, grace, then you're gonna proclaim it. All right?
So that all men can see.
Yep. So was that it?
Yeah, it says a recompense and a reward.
And it's a reward. Yeah.
Yep. I got a quick precept if you want.
Yeah, and then you got a precept?
No, that's June 4 and 6.
Yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 103. Okay. This is Psalms chapter 103 and verse, I think it's like 3 or 2. It reads, it says, 2. I'll start at the top. It says, bless Yahweh, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits.
Where you at?
That's Psalms.
Yeah, that's what they call the Old Testament. All right. Go ahead, you can break it down.
Yeah, man. So part of the benefits is the payback, the recompense, which the Lord give you through the knowledge. The Lord actually give you what? The virtues, which is to be the right conduct, the high moral excellence, which is to follow his way and submit yourself in obedience to his will.
Yeah, if you get grace, you're not gonna shave the side of your head and have just hair on top of your head.
Yeah.
You know? Or you're gonna shave your beard off when you got grace. If you got grace, then that means the Lord increased you in the knowledge.
Yeah.
And then there's a level. You start from somewhere and then you get more of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but you gotta acknowledge those things. That's a heathen way, that's a heathen hairstyle.
Yeah.
You had a guy who used to be in the camp. He left the camp. He couldn't break down Genesis 25, right? I mean 25 and 25.
Yeah.
And I did a video on heathen hairstyles, and he got offended. He thought I was talking about him. He's saying I should have came on the back end and contacted him like he's my equal or something, and let him know that he had a heathen hairstyle. It was a general video.
Yeah.
To not have brothers, have these weird ass hairstyles, right? But he got offended because I did the video, right? And the video was edifying. So that proves if you didn't even know that, then you shouldn't even have left the camp because you didn't get grace. And the Lord obviously didn't give you grace. You left the camp because you was mad. For whatever reason was going through your damn head. So you got to have a lot of knowledge to come up on the level. That's why you got to be put under teachers, students, counselors, to guide you, so you'll have the necessary tools to make informed decisions. All right.
Right. Yeah. So back in Psalms. Yeah, it says, "Bless Yahweh, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits." Like I said, the Lord give you multifaceted benefits and stuff, within the truth, and to be able to follow, him, because the Lord very particular, in how he wished to be, to be worshipped, to be reverenced and stuff. Like I said, he said with this Day of Atonement, to afflict your souls, the affliction is going to come via a fast, all right? and it's gonna come on a particular day. It said on the 7th month, on the 10th day. That's particulars. How you gonna know that? Due to knowledge. All right. I said to another dude, like I said, the dude, he didn't even know about this. He says this is the Old Testament. Well, if you are anointed one, you're supposed to know the Old and the New, the whole book. Okay, the whole roll. Okay. Hey.
Yeah, and taking part in something like this, it teaches you discipline. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're in like high stress situations, for you to even do that, that's going to take a certain amount of discipline to get through. You know what I'm saying? And it's only for your benefit. Ultimately, it's a better thing to be a part of, but it has a healthy effect. It has a good effect at the end.
Yep.
Spiritual. You ready for that?
And physical.
Yeah. Read James.
James chapter 4 verse 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
Yeah, he resists the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. So if you full of pride, all right, like you're trying to break down something that you don't even understand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people that used to come up to us and try to teach us the scriptures. These people that don't even care about the scriptures, and they come up, they don't do it anymore. But when we first, got on Market Street, they used to come up to us and try to and give us like the dude Roger, agape love. I don't know if you remember. Agape, he's going to love. Agape, was that agape love? Because he got problems using rough words or putting curses on people. You know, the normal weak Israelite shit. You know? Is that agape love? And you go on the internet and put agape love in. They got preachers that debate on that. Like there's a difference. Basically what they're trying to say is you can't treat people bad, you can't curse them out, you can't correct them, you can't reprimand. That's the angle they're trying to come in at, you know? They got all sorts of weird, they trying to let women off the hook. Yeah. Saying that the woman, I heard a video some red pill guys were doing about the clip, the church, the black preacher said that the woman came on the earth whole. It was Adam that wasn't whole. I don't know if y'all, that was some insane shit. Basically trying to give a pass to women that choose to be single mothers. Mm-hmm. Because, we preach that a woman is supposed to have a husband, and not be led by her own will, but led by a husband. Yeah.
That's a hypocritical spirit. Yeah. Spirit. Yeah. Because they selectively choose who's supposed to apply to and who doesn't. So it's agape love when we're trying to correct Israel. Yeah. But they don't apply that concept in their own lives. Yeah.
Or when they cussing us out. Right. When they trying to cuss us out, correct us. Oh, it's not the agape love. It don't mean nothing. You know?
Scriptures don't teach
double
you
standard.
Scriptures teach you that there's a season for everything. There's a time for love. There's also a time for hate.
Right. And correction and rebuke.
Yeah. So everything has to be in its proper place. You say something like that, guess what? It has no real bearing, has no real substance behind it. It's just meaningless. Right. You're saying meaningless things that you think sound good, that you think is right. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Because you don't really understand.
I got a quick precept on that too.
You know that there's a proper balance. Love doesn't cover every facet of happenstance and life and circumstances and everything that you need to be fruitful in the spirit. That's not the only thing that the Lord taught. The Lord taught discipline. The Lord goes to teach also that obedience is the equivalence of love. If you love the Lord, you're going to be obedient to Him. Yeah. Obedience is something that you do. It's a representation of your faith. It's not something that you just feel. Okay? So all these things work in conjunction with one another. Yeah. Just makes the point that they don't really have that true understanding of the scriptures through the spirit of Yakalba outside.
Yeah, we're full-time prophets, teachers, not part-time walker upper dudes.
The circumstance
walk
happens,
the fuck up.
You got this guy, he comes, he kills somebody. Oh, we gotta love everybody. The person that died, no.
Because he wants forgiveness.
That's not proper. But I'm saying, that's how they'll propose it to you. Agape love, brothers, agape love. Man, get the hell out of here with that generic ass shit. Yeah. That's some generic ass fucking stuff. It's not practical is my point. That's not practical. Right. When I say happenstance, you got to apply proper judgment. Right. Not just one generic so-called comforting statement or word. Yeah. Right. The Lord's about balance and true judgment.
Right. Yeah, so if we're gonna have the agape love, well, that worketh no ill to his neighbor. All right, so basically we're gonna teach you the right things, and we're not gonna purposely, give you unlawful foods or lead you down the wrong direction. We're gonna give you maybe some specific advice, general advice. Some decisions you got to make on your own. All right. Well, read that again.
All right. James chapter 4 verse 7.
Yep.
But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud, but he giveth grace unto the humble.
Right, so you're going to get grace if you go under teachers, tutors, instructors, tutors. Yeah. Get that in Ephesians or Galatians. Yeah. The heir, so long as he is a child, different. The heir, as long as he is a child, different nothing from a servant. Those are the tutors and counselors. Yep. And we look up the word tutors and counselors. I believe it means a guide for young children. Yeah. All right. So we got to go.
All right. James chapter 4 verse 6. He giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
He giveth grace unto the humble. All right. So we got to be humble. Humble is being humble. Is going to get us to get understanding. That's going to give us the grace so we can understand the word of the Lord, right? And all of the controversial points, and be able to break it down the correct way. All right? You got more on that, or?
No, I thought.
All right, I'll leave that. What you have?
Let me get that precept with the tutors. I had a quick other one though.
Right,
real quick. This Proverbs chapter 11 and 9. It says, "An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered." Yeah, man. So a hypocrite, like I said, you got these guys that act as if they are righteous. They Christians, they followers of the Anointed One. But like I say, it's just an act, right? With their mouth or with his mouth, destroy it. I mean, they're gonna destructure, all right? What you supposed to be built up. You're supposed to have the faith. You're supposed to have the knowledge. You have to have belief, fidelity in Yahweh Shem Shai. Instead, they actually gonna take that away from you. All right, you're not gonna be arrayed in the right adornment of the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai. Instead, you're gonna be within confusion. You're gonna be in that still in that congregation of the dead. It says, "But through knowledge shall the just be delivered." So it's through this knowledge, all right, that we're gonna be delivered. Okay. Having the salvation, okay, in Yahweh Shai, okay, because Yahweh Shai is our grace itself. He the one that's building us up and giving us everything freely. Drawing nigh unto us, supping with us, all right, banqueting, so on. Yep, kind. Yep. And then I gotta get the tutors and governors precept. Yep. There was tutors and governors to the day appointed. Let's see. Saki, let me get the precept. And I got Romans as well. Saki.
After this point is made, we can rotate to the live stream. We know where the adapter is.
It's in the bag.
Okay, I'm actually going to get the definition for humble. In the Greek word would be tapanos, all right? Not rising far from the ground, as a condition of low degree, brought low with grief, depressed, lowly in spirit, humble, in a bad sense, deporting oneself objectively, deferring severely to others. So it means, pretty much to be humble, you're putting yourself in a low position, a lowly position,
Kind. Yep. Yeah. You that's what we're in right now. A lower position. But for the Lord, which it benefits ourselves to be put in this condition. We was living our lives for self, right? Our own will most of the time. You come in this, you come to be Ibad, a servant, right?
The Lord is dealing with the poor, not the rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Exactly, yep. Yeah, exactly, the poor and the needy, man. In this day, you got it. It more puts you, in general, being in the faith, it puts you more in that spirit of saying, I am poor and I am needy. All right? Lord will, I drop it later. And it's this is Psalm chapter 86, real quick, and then I got the Galatians. This is Psalm chapter 86, and this is yeah, 86, and this is verse 1. It says, bow down thine ear, O Yahweh, hear me. So if the Lord gonna bow down to you, you gotta be low for him to be bowed down. If you proud, you trying to lift yourself above him, you're not seeing him. You gotta be low for him to bow down, to hear, I'll incline, right? It says, bow down thine ear, O Yahweh, hear me. Here goes the answer, right? I now respond, right? 2, okay? For I am poor and needy, right? That's something we acknowledge, right?
And I wanted to say a few words on humility.
Yes.
Staying to the point. I wrote a little note, something that I was meditating on. One of my many sessions of meditation while taking those long drives.
Yep.
And the Spirit had me write this down under humility. And have here, humility is not just thinking of yourself as less. It's knowing and understanding where the true power lies, and that the author of that power is Yakalba Page. Because what are you making your less to? Right, what do you make yourself less to?
Yeah.
Right? Because people will try to use that as a crutch, right?
Yeah.
You got some brothers who are pseudo-humble. I think just because they, are in a certain spirit, that makes them humble. No, it's an acknowledgement of what you're humbling yourself to. When you humble yourself to the Lord, you're putting yourself in subjection, meaning to be under the power or authority of Him. So it exceeds just that feeling and sense of lowness. So again, humility is not just thinking less or little of yourself, it's knowing and understanding where the true power lies, and that the author of that power is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So that's all I wanted to say on humility. And so therefore, when you align yourself with that belief, then humility has a place within you. Okay? Because you still need to be functional. You can't be thinking less of yourself and you're never functionally not productive. Because you got brothers that can adopt that spirit, unfortunately. I'm just trying to be humble. No, brother, you still got work to do, though. You could be humble, but you still got to understand that you got to put yourself in subjection to the power to be productive and to do what the Lord is requiring of us. Each one of us has that individual responsibility. So, that's it. That's all I wanted to say on that.
I got a precept just real quick. This is Psalms 138, verse 6. It says, though the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua be high, yet have he respect unto the lowly. But the proud he knoweth afar off. And the word respect just means to look at, and it says he has respect to the lowly. But the proud, it's plain. He knoweth afar off. He's not dealing with him. It's plain.
Yep. Yeah, so it's important to be in a low position, because basically what? Us being lowly is in what? Being in a house of what? Mourning, right? We're in a sorrowful condition, all right? For our what? Our sins. The Day of Atonement, you think about the sins that we